everyone, this is Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio, and today I'm sharing with you my artist trading card challenge from the Pick a Stick Challenge group over on Facebook. You can feel free to come over and join this group, and we have a monthly challenge for an art journal page and also for an artist trading card. The prompts are drawn randomly with sticks, and that's the reason that it's called Pick a Stick Challenge. The link to the Facebook group will be in the description box below. Be sure that if you do come and ask to join that you answer the questions, because we will not let you join if you don't answer the questions. We want to make sure that we don't have a bunch of spammers in there. So that's the reason. So the first prompt for the ATC challenge this month, January 2018, was grimy. And these are all going to be one word prompts this year, so you kind of interpret them how you feel like interpreting them. And I thought that my background should be grimy. So I started out with a piece of recycled um, tag board or cardboard or whatever. It was from packaging from a mailer. And I cut it into the size that I wanted. And I thought that that color, that kind of grayish brown craft color, would be a good start for making a grimy background. And then I have these Distress Oxide ink pads that I got for Christmas. I never purchased them when they first came out, and I got a set of 24 colors. And this is the first time I've even opened them. I decided to give them a try. I've seen a lot of people use them, a lot of people love them, and so I decided to give them a try. So I only have one ink blending tool at the moment. I did order some more so that I'll have a pad. I'll have, only one or two tools, but I'll have a pad for each color. But I'm having to clean off my little spongy pad in between as I'm going along here. Um, I've got marigold and grapes and pistachio colors and then some black soot. I thought black soot was a really good choice to make a grimy background. Throw some black soot on there, it's going to be grimy for sure. So first I just applied it directly to the card, and then I decided maybe I'll try that second layer thing, third layer thing by putting some onto my craft mat and spritzing it with water and then just kind of lightly tapping the paper into the ink to get like these marks. This type of ink, the Distress Oxide, is supposed to be able to stack one on top of another without having it look all muddy. Of course, I'm kind of going for a muddy look because I'm trying to make it grimy, but still to have the different colors separated a little bit. So I'm just messing with it. I haven't tried it out before, so this is my first attempt. I also did a little bit of spritzing of water um, through a stencil to give those kind of white splotches, you know, like you do, like I've seen other people do. Of course, I'm going to be playing with this a lot more. This is my first attempt, and it does look grimy. It definitely does look grimy. The second prompt was cat. That's one of our shape prompts. And at first I wasn't going to draw a cat. I didn't, was like, I've had enough of the cats. But I decided to go ahead and do it. Draw some little very cartoony illustrations of cats on a branch um, using first a graphite drawing pencil. This is an HB soft lead pencil, and I'm just drawing in my cats and then a moon and a branch. I'm trying to make a stripy cat and a spotty cat. Uh, the color prompt is white, so I'm going to want these cats to be black and white basically over this colored background. So then, in order to use the white, I thought I really need something intense to cover this up, to cover up this background. So I get out my fine liner, which has some deco art media. All right, it might be golden fluid media, golden fluid acrylic. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's one of the fluid titanium whites that has a lot of pigment. And I said to myself, this is going to cover up this background with this acrylic paint. It'll be so nice and bright white that it will show the prompt is white. And what I didn't know And I don't know if you can see it in the video. I can definitely see it in the card, but I don't know, if you can see how frustrated I get. But the color of the distress ax oh my gosh, why is that so hard to say today? I don't know. Distress oxide is coming through the white paint, just like those dilutions do. The sprays from dilutions, no matter what you put over it, it keeps soaking through. You put gesso over it, soaks through. You put whatever, I don't know, whatever you try, it soaks through. And I'm having the same situation here with my white cats. The color from the background is soaking into the acrylic paint, which is, moist because it's a fluid paint coming through. So I keep going over it. And you'll see me go over it a few times, and then when you look at the close up of the card, you will see that it made it messy. And um, yeah, I'm not very happy with it. But I mean, it's cute enough. It's an artist trading card, but because I had to keep going over the paint and keep going over the paint, trying to get rid of that orange and pink shadows coming through, um, it it made the paint bumpy and lumpy, and it's already on a cardboard anyway, which is not the best material as a substrate. I don't know. Anyway, I was annoyed. So then I got out my Posca pen. First I was going to use my illustration pens. That was another learning thing. See, this is just a learning thing for me because I haven't used the distress oxides before. I don't know what kind of properties they have. And sure, I've watched other people use them, but the best way to learn is to do it yourself. So when I tried to use my illustration pens, uh, the the finish of the ink was getting into my tip, and it clogged the tip. So I wouldn't recommend using your India ink or pigment pens over this. I would say go ahead and use an acrylic paint pen, which is what Posca is. And that worked fine over the top. Posca will go over anything, man. I don't even know what it won't go over. I don't think it would stick to plastic, but it would probably go on, but it would flake off. But other than that, it goes right over acrylic paint and things like that. So the Posca pen was definitely the right choice. I used my black and my white, still going over the white sections of the cat, trying to make the pinkish and yellowish bleed through go away. All through this process, I was trying to do that. And I ended up going over it again with the white, which I just, with the fluid white, which I left out because I think I turned off the camera at that point, and then I looked at it and I said, "Oh, it's still pink, it's still yellow. I need to do it again." So I really do like the way the moon turned out with the orange colored glitter pin over the top of the white. There was already some of that orange tint in it because of the bleed through. So I just kind of I put a little bit of the metallic Posca on there, and then I tapped it with my finger, and it turned out kind of blotchy like the moon does with the craters and stuff like that. I liked the way that turned out. So to finish up, I used a little bit of Stabilo All pencil to do some shading around the bottom of the branch and around the cats, just to let them stand out from the background a little bit. And then I put some splatters on with my white Posca pen to make some stars in the background, and still touching up a little bit with the Posca pens. Then I have this little teeny tiny bottle sample of um, Tonic Studios Nouveau drops, and it's diamond glitter type stuff. And I thought it was going to be like stickles, but it's actually seems to be self-leveling, and so it really does make a perfectly round dot out of itself, which is kind of cool. Um, Stickles isn't self-leveling, I don't think. It doesn't do that. It just leaves a dot, but this kind of leaves more like a half pro. The last prompt was pad, and I just used my memento pad to go around the edges of the card, and my little ATC was done. I hope you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment so I know that you're here. Subscribe if you haven't already, turn on your notification bells, and share if you want to. That's it for me. Bye-bye.